Hi, I'm Mark. Welcome to Berwick Mitsubishi. This afternoon I'm going to take you for a walk around our 2011 model Volvo Xc90 3.2 litre all-wheel drive wagon. Starting at the front of the car, you notice the distinctive chrome badging with the Volvo, finished in jet black, nice chrome highlights surrounding our headlights, and overall condition, bonnet in really good order, a few really minor little stone chips, but overall Juco presents really well. Even as we come around the driver's side now, once again, front quarter panel, our doors, the Juco's in really nice order. If I want to be super particular, on our front right wheel there are a couple of minor scuff marks on the alloy wheel, and as we come down towards the rear of the car, the chrome consistently running through around the frames of the windows. Right hand rear alloy unmarked, so it does present like new. You do notice it does have privacy glass on, so you know it looks like quite a dark tint, but just sets it off and gives it that little bit of quality. As we come around to the rear of the car now, the tailgate, really impressive looking car from the back. The really long brake lights and tail lights running down the sides of the tailgate. High mount stop light on our tailgate also. Factory colour coded reverse sensors. Do have the twin chrome exhaust pipes, and just look at the condition of the rear bumper bar. That's where you're going to expect to see some marks on a car like this, but once again, clean as a whistle. Consistency continues coming down around the passenger side. If I want to be super particular, left-hand rear alloy, and to that extent the front left alloy, do have a couple of minor gutter rash marks on them. But apart from those minor blemishes, the overall condition of the exterior, you know, it's probably close to being in factory condition. It's really, really impressive. Indicators in our exterior mirrors as well. Just the presentation of the overall car on the outside, yeah, very nice. So back around to the front of the Volvo now. We'll have a little bit of a chat about the performance of the car. As I mentioned earlier, powered by a 3.2 litre 6-cylinder motor. It's going to give you 179 kilowatts of power, 320 newton meters of torque. At the same time, we'll give you a combined fuel economy of 11.5 litres per 100 k's. Good size fuel tank in the Volvo, 80 litre fuel tank, so they're going to get you just under 700 kilometres to a tank of fuel. So we'll give you the performance, at the same time give you fairly good economy as well. Back around to the rear of the Volvo now. Really simple operation, this car, super versatile. Lift our tailgate up out of our way, and then we have the little drop down section here as well. We'll just turn that phone off one moment. I'll call you back shortly. So in the back of the car, we've actually got it set up where one of the third row seats is already up in position, being a 7-seater. Okay, now in the event we want to just get the other third row seat up, basically all I do is come around to the passenger side here. Simple matter of just lifting the back of our seat up, and then stored down underneath our cover here, probably important to show you from behind. When they're in the down position, our bases of our seats slide back into storage. Okay, so just a simple matter for me to go around, back around to the passenger side here. Once I've got that rear part of the seat up into position, lock our headrest into place, and then just pull on a little lever, and it brings the base of our seat forward, just to create that extra room for your third row passengers. Also, you can see we've got the access into the car via this sliding seat forward. In the event we just want to pop it back into position, just pull on our lever there on the side of the actual seat, and it pops us back into position. So as you can see, set up to be a really versatile 7-seater motor car. So inside the Volvo Xc90 now, and this car just reeks luxury inside. I remember the last one I drove up to Seymour in country Victoria, and it was just a matter of setting the cruise control and steer the mobile lounge room. So starting on the driver's armrest, we've got all of our power window and our exterior power mirror switches, and then just down to the front of that we've got brightness for our dashboard, adjustment for our headlights, our actual headlight switch as well, and then our buttons for our driving lights also. It is a foot brake in the Volvo, so you do have your park brake release just down there, just a little handle on its own, which releases the foot brake, and then to re-engage, I just push it down with my foot down, tucked in the left-hand side of the wheel of the passenger, where you put your foot, you know, so it's right out of the way. Our steering wheel is height and reach adjustable, so set ourselves up where we're nice and comfortable. Just lock the steering wheel away into position just by the matter of that lever on our left-hand side, and away we go. Wipers on our right-hand side, indicators on our left-hand side. All of our info buttons here, just to feed us information. I did mention outside when we touched on fuel consumption that they average 11.5 litres per 100 k's. This car is currently averaging 10.1 litres per 100 k's. So, you know, sometimes you come across a car that's actually giving you a lot better mileage than the data that is actually stated on the internet, which is where we derive most of our information. On the right hand side of our leather wrapped steering wheel, we've got our Bluetooth buttons here on the top. Simple matter of just hitting the green for answering a phone, red for hanging up. Audio controls here, changing between radio stations, volume control as well. Obviously horn pad in the middle with our airbag encased in there, and then all our cruise control settings here on our left. Move into the centre section now. Up the top here, just our vents for our heating and cooling. One of the large speakers as part of the stereo system. Important to note, 12 speaker sound system in the Volvo, so it is really quality sound, premium sound coming out of this head unit. AM, FM, CD player as well, all of your presets. You've also got your presets for your phone here as well as on your steering wheel. Obviously when driving, very important to use the ones on the steering wheel. Down below that, we'll just move our T-bar out of the way for a minute. We've got auto air conditioning and heating, okay? So climate control, set ourselves up to the exact temperature we want. Passenger can set their temperature settings separate to the driver. So just depending on exactly how you want to feel the ambience on your side of the car, you set it up accordingly. We do have a button to manually turn off our reverse sensors if we don't want to hear the beeping noise when we're coming into close proximity to an object. We also have a button to turn our exterior mirrors inwards. Really good function to have when you're parked in a supermarket car park. Child lock for the kids, which is for the rear door. Just two hits on the button to disengage it once you have engaged it. 12-volt outlet just there to the right-hand side. Can be driven just as a normal T-bar auto, or we can flick it across into what's called manual mode, where we're changing through the gears manually by the stick. A good function to have if you're on a long trip in really hilly terrain. We do also have a winter mode as well, just for when our roads and weather conditions are getting really ordinary. Also a good function to have. Just a small lid that we just touch on to release. Good size cup holders there in the middle. Lovely little satin chrome finish there running through the console. And then a good storage compartment just internally there. Or also, if you just want to store some coins. Oh, I'm a little bit challenged, a little bit mentally challenged there. Just another little holder there as well. Notice in the Volvo, finished in full leather interior. So your front, your middle row and your third row seats, complete leather throughout this whole car, and in really good condition. I haven't touched on the fact it's only done 36,000 kilometres, this motor car, so extremely low mileage as well. 6 airbags, front side curtain airbags, does help it achieve a 5-star ANCAP safety rating. So you can be, you know, safe in the knowledge that you and the family are in an extremely safe motor car. Last thing we'll have a quick look at in the Volvo, just with regard to its service history, previous owner, female owner, and as far as servicing goes, we've got our stamp there for the 35,000 Ks, and then here we go, all Volvo servicing. So the beauty of it is, not only is this car super low Ks, been serviced by the right people as well, and it's been done perfectly at that. So part of the reason I think you see this car present the way it does, which is super impressive. So in summary, really impressive motor car, 2011 model XC90, 3.2 litre, 6-cylinder, 7-seater. As I mentioned, 179 kilowatts of power, 320 newton meters of torque, 11.5 litres combined per 100 Ks are the stats that we derive off our computers. Currently running at 10.1 litres per 100 Ks, 5-star ANCAP safety rating, an ultra impressive example of this particular motor car. I hope this gives you a really good idea that you've found something super impressive. If you've got any further questions, feel free to give us a call on 9907 0555.